who's a standard, country guy who plays the guitar and talks about country music type stuff. He decides one day, you know something? I'm going to just play around and switch it up. I'm going to go ahead and make a hip hop song. And in the song, I'm going to talk about wearing gold chains and smoking blunts and a bunch of stereotypical stuff that non-hip hop people look at rappers and associate themselves with. And the song suddenly starts to chart because it's catchy and it gets on the hip hop charts. I think most hip hop people would look at that and say, man, get this parody song off these charts.
Do we? Because you've
so.
described Post Malone right there. You just described Post Malone. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Brothers, we're happy singing and we're colored. We're happy singing and we're brothers. We're happy singing and we're colored. We're happy singing and we're brothers.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fresco, House Fresh. First of his name, House Fresh. First of his name, Lord Commander of the Fresh Watch. Keep it fresh all the time. Lord Commander of the North and the Kings and the Seven Andals and all those goddamn places. You can follow me on Twitter at Fresco Been Famous. That's BIN Famous. And on Instagram at Fresco Fame. You did.
And it's your boy Flaw 700, a.k.a. Flaw Claw Van Dam, a.k.a. Flaw Cigar. A.k.a. your boy, Dumb Some Goy. Sake Sue.
Sock it to me.
And I sock it to you. And we all the podcast brothers. You know what's crazy? I just noticed after listening to your intro, I never shout out my social handles, but I'm Flaw 700 on everything.
On everything.
And we are the podcast brothers, and this is episode 137, I do believe.
Episode 137, man. What's up, bro?
I'm chilling, man. The weather's beautiful.
Yes,
the beautiful.
It has been a gorgeous weekend. Starbucks is popping downtown Trend.
But that heat to sneak up on you because it kind of pissed me off.
It's type humid too, yeah.
Like,
I actually had to change my pants. I had jeans on, I ran an errand or two today, and I was like, man, what the fuck?
Yo, you know what it's like when you wish for that warm, hot weather, and then you start sweating, and you mad for no reason.
Man. You're like, all right, man.
I'm sweating.
I wanted it to be hot, but it could have been a little cooler than this.
Anybody look at me wrong. Anybody that owes me money is fucking dead.
Face all sweaty and shit.
Yeah. And all you did was walk up and down some steps, and you hot.
Right.
Like, yo, it's one thing.
It's one of them days, man.
It's hot out this bitch. That's a good enough reason. It's the first hot day. It's almost 90 and niggas is pissed.
Oh, shit.
It's like anybody can get it.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, somebody asked me about, I forgot, we was in the group and they asked us about 50 Cent, about a bar or something. Is he better than Nicki Minaj? Like, it's levels to this. It's different, man.
Yeah.
50 never said he was the bar god, fam.
He was a shit. He was a very, very charismatic shit talker.
As simple as rhymes, but boy, they hit.
Yep.
But before we get into this week's episode, you weren't here last week.
Nope.
And you know we like to start our episodes
shout
off
out
with
to Jay, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Big J. Big J only come through when I ain't here. And that's supposed to be my homie.
The universe be helping me out, man. He always pulls up because he don't be asking. He just pull up. I'm like, what's up?
Every time.
You come to get a latte or you? Nah, I came to chill with the brothers. Oh, well, guess what? Fresco ain't here.
Big J, you got to see me,
you
bro.
You on the mic now.
Well, fuck all that positive
Pause.
shit Jarrell talking right now. You got to see me. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Shout out to the homie, man.
Razzle dazzle.
But you on the fence of being my favorite DJ now. You about to slide into number 2.
Who number 1?
He is. I say he's on the fence of not being my favorite DJ. So he's about to slide into number 2.
Who will be number 1?
I don't know.
You said
I ain't felt the nigga yet. But when I find him, nigga, he's gonna be number fucking 2.
Son, that's petty as that.
Fuck that.
Yo, you my number 2, but don't got it number 1. I ain't find it, nigga, yet.
Now, you about to get demoted as soon as I find your replacement. Shout out to Big J, man.
But with that being said, man, I know you got a lot to get off your plate since you wasn't here last week. So you want to tell the people how your weeks went?
I wasn't here last week because I was playing daddy. Feel me? My kid wasn't really feeling great, so we kicked it in the crib all day long. It was a rainy Sunday too. It was an ugly Sunday, so we was chilling. This weekend's been pretty cool so far, though. Last week was pretty regular. Knocked out the 40. You know, I already know what that's like. Knocked out another 40 this week. And then yesterday, niggas saw John Wick 3. Bruh. Hey, yo. When I saw Equalizer, I thought he was untouchable. Then I saw John Wick.
Razzle dazzle.
Then I saw fucking John Wick. And you know what's funny? You seen any of them?
I seen Equalizer 1 and 2, and I seen John Wick 1 and 2. But that's always been a debate, though. Really, like, who would you?
Ain't no fucking debate.
Ain't no debate.
Hell no.
Okay, don't spoil it. Don't.
I mean, you saw 1 and 2, so you already know what it is. Not even talking about part 3, but it's just funny to me that this all started off because the nigga Theon ugly ass from Game of Thrones is in the first John Wick, and he steals his car and kills his puppy. What fucking blows my mind is that everywhere John Wick goes, everybody in that world knows who he is. Why the fuck didn't he know that was John Wick? How did you know that was John Wick? Everybody else knew. Fucking idiot. But anyway, part 3.
But before you go into it, you're saying it's clear, like Equalizer. I can't think of Denzel's name in the movie, but you're saying
his name is Equalizer.
He ain't have a
That's his fucking
name.
I don't know, but you know John Wick name, nigga.
So it's not even close.
No, it's not. It's not close. It's not. John Wick killed 17 niggas in like 60 seconds. He killed 3 niggas in a bar with a pencil. A fucking pencil. Anyway, so somebody told me, actually, veering off real quick. So I tweeted yesterday that I watched John Wick, and one of my homies hit me up, was like, I just can't get what nothing Keanu Reeves does. First of all, I didn't fucking ask you. I'm telling you, why niggas always want to tell you what they don't like when you say you like something. Yeah, man, I just got finished watching John Wick. That shit was fire, man. I don't even like Keanu Reeves. Who the fuck asked you what you like? Who? Anyway, but yeah, it was. I'm just taking a little bit left, but I didn't mind that he said that. But I was just like, yo. I personally don't give a damn if you watch it or not, but you're missing out on a great trilogy. Like I promise you that. But then somebody else hit me up and said that people really don't like Keanu Reeves that much because he plays himself. Like
I seen that tweet. Yeah, it's like Keanu Reeves don't never reach into that bag.
All right, well that sounds like goals to me. I want to be myself in every fucking movie.
Hey, if I can make millions of dollars just by being me.
Hey, what's wrong with that? Y'all sound like haters. Shit, if a motherfucker gonna pay you that bag to say like 6 words a sentence for an action movie, who am I to deny that? Like, what the fuck?
My greatness, right. My legacy.
I'm stepping into my fucking destiny on some Thanos shit. But yeah, so saw the movie yesterday. Then had late lunch at Jimmy's. What a bar and grill. Where the fuck that spot was? The spot that used to be All Stars in Bordentown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was out there kicking it, had some drinks. I don't even drink. I had one drink. I was on some Jim Beam. It was pretty goddamn good. I mean, a non-drinker like me would have preferred a little bit of, whatever to kind of dilute it a bit. But I drank it straight because that's just the kind of G I am all day. So yeah, did that. And then my nephew had a play last night. It was there. Now, I love black people and I love when things come together and, certain performances are put on. But shout out to everybody that was a part of the team and performances. Shout out to my nephew and his cousin, his friends, and everybody that also partaked in the act. But can we get some organization, please? Please, that's all I ask. Other than that, it was all good. That's my week.
My week, the only thing that kind of stood out for me this week, besides the usual working OT, taking care of kids, going to the gym, still waking up 4 a.m, clanging and banging. Only thing that really stood out this week was the event you just talked about. The event that the city had for the youth to benefit kids going to college. That's what it was for, to help these kids when they get there because they go to college, but then they don't have the utilities and the utensils to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds crazy, but that be the facts. Like, you get to college and you don't have a toothbrush or washcloth to wash your ass. So that's what the event basically was about. And, besides the technical difficulties like Fresco was talking about, they actually did a great job. My son it was basically like a lip singing show where they played music from the 60s all the way to the 2000s. I can't think of the song that my son was in first. It was "Do You Love Me?" Do You Love Me? Yeah. So he was like one of the backup singers doing the dance steps behind the lead singer. But once again, it was lip singing, but it was great. They killed it, but it was great. It was a great visual. And then he was in the 2000s. He was actually Nelly, so the kids actually performed where the party at. Oh! And my son came out as Nelly with the pants leg rolled up, a Band-Aid on the eye, wave cap on, and he did the Nelly verse.
Welcome to Nellyville.
Yeah, he killed it. Shout out to Nelly Mo.
Shout out to Young Breeze.
When they threw the event, or after the event, the lady, I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. The lady that threw the event was saying that she picked the kids based on who they look like. So apparently she seen my son in school. Like, hey, you look like Nelly. You're in.
Holy hell.
So, and listening, watching the show, there was this young lady that came up there, right? And she lip sung Whitney Houston, "I Have Nothing" off the Bodyguard soundtrack. And that got me to thinking. I would listen to the Views from the 7 podcast.
Shout out to Views from the 7.
Shout out to Views from the 7. And in their latest episode, they had a Mary J. Blige versus Whitney Houston debate.
Oh, okay.
First off, I knew that was like crazy to even put them two together, because Whitney Houston is just like, she's just incredible. And even though I love Mary J. Blige, it's just like, come on, fam, this is Whitney Houston. Mm-hmm. So the young lady sung, lip sung, sorry, she lip sung "I Have Nothing." And I'm listening to that song, I'm like, yo, fam, Mary J. Blige got there is not one song that Mary J. Blige has done that can touch this record. I want to talk to them brothers. Not saying that they all agreed with that Mary J. Blige smokes Whitney Houston.
What was their reason? Did they choose Mary J.?
I think Spencer, like I say, I'm not really good with names, but I think Spence, he's the guy that's always left field. Like he says some wild stuff. Like he's on
Shout out
some.
to Spence, because that sound like me.
He sound no. Trust me. He's left all the time. You be like, yo, nigga, what are you talking about? But he's just basically like, Mary J. Blige has accomplished or is better, or I can't quote him, is better than Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige is better than Whitney. And what the arguments was, okay, Whitney was the bomb in the 80s and then had the Bodyguard soundtrack in the 90s, which was bigger than anything she did in the 80s, because I'll Always Love You and all of that was in the 90s. So her biggest hit came in the 90s, 10 years after she broke in. So I look at artists like that for the longevity. It's like, listen, my era was the 80s, but I still smoked y'all 10 years later. Now, Mary J. Blige has a lot of dope records, but she ain't got nothing like the Bodyguard soundtrack. Even if she put out more music now, nothing she's ever done is better than the Bodyguard soundtrack.
I'm going to give it a buck. I've never really been the biggest Mary J. fan, to be honest with you. I like to hear her sing here and there, but I literally never turn on Mary J. Blige.
That's I hear you on that, but I'll say that Share My World, Mary J. Blige, that's like the last, to me, the last classic.
To be honest with you, I don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
But anywho, Whitney over Mary J. any day.
Shout out, they both legends, though.
Both legends, but man, hey, some things is undeniable though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Some things shouldn't be debated,
right?
And that was one of them.
I'm gonna go Whitney myself.
You go Whitney?
Yep.
Right, just because.
She just sings better. Fucking voice, bro.
Yeah, like
voice.
She didn't need to dance. She didn't do anything. Like Whitney could just stand there, and that's basically what that song represents. Like you just stand there and just sing, just go, just blow. You know what I'm saying?
Close my eyes and imagine me in the field of marijuana growing and just running through it with my arms stretched out open.
I think that's how the video actually went. No, that's a different song. I'm going to run to you.
Marijuana?
No, not marijuana, but I mean, we all know Whitney loved the marijuana though. So
I mean, she loved a little more than that.
Rest in peace to Whitney Houston. But that was my week, man. My week just basically, like I said, the only thing that stood out was the event that my son was in yesterday, which will be the other day by the time you guys hear this. So
you could have just said Saturday, bro.
You're right. Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to get right into it, man.
What's happening?
Tonight is the final episode of the Game of Thrones.
Check my shirt.
The final episode of the Game of Thrones.
Man.
You've come on this show and basically, first off, told me, I forgot, well, you know, I mean, you basically tried to clown me for not watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I did.
It worked. I watched it. I like it. I love it. I think it's fire. But, excuse me,
Finally.
this season,
Nigga
the
gonna
eighth-
originally ask me if I can just skip and watch where it's at
But
right
you want to know
now.
what's crazy though? A lot of people says that. A lot of people say that. And the one thing that every Game of Thrones head always says is once you get past the first season, you good. But you could be like, why do I have to skip a whole season in order to get to the good stuff? Understood. You just got to respect that. When the show comes on, I wanted to get straight to the nitty gritty. That keeps me in. That keeps me in tune. Everything, like, so the Game of Thrones, it is what it is. I get it. But with that being said, the 8th and final run is the least popular amongst fans, says a study. Episode 4 of the season, Last of the Starks, which was the episode after they fought the Nightwalkers, correct? Mm-hmm. Last of the Starks received the lowest rating with a rating less than 7 out of 10. Which 7 out of 10 ain't bad, but now we talking about Game of Thrones, so I guess they normally average higher, about 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, or 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
So with that being said, as the Game of Thrones head, as the person who's been championing the Game of Thrones, have you been disappointed? If so, what have you been disappointed in? Talk to me.
I've been severely disappointed this season. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
I just feel like it's rushed. Now that we're at the final episode of the series completely, like it's no more after tonight. Tonight's episode airs. I would have been fine with them taking another year off to shoot another 6 episodes and releasing that bitch in like August or something. You know what I'm saying? It just feels rushed. I thought initially that the army of the dead was going to eventually make his way down to King's Landing. I thought that was going to be a problem for the whole series. I didn't know they were going to die at Winterfell. I didn't know that was it. I was a little disappointed at that. I was shocked at how it ended. I liked how it ended, but I still thought it would have been a prolonged battle. I was a little upset that Cersei ain't get none of that action. I thought she deserved to be in the midst of that dead shit. But I accepted it for what it is. Whatever. Okay. So moving along. It's just not as well laid out as the previous seasons were. Like how they set it up for it to be right now. But taking it for what it is, there's a lot of good action in it. Like a lot of the scenes and stuff like that are fire, but it's lacking those crucial death elements that niggas love Game of Thrones for. I thought somebody was going to get stabbed in the face a couple of times by the Night King when them niggas was coming through. Mm-hmm. Nobody really died. He killed Theon. Ooh. Fuck out of here. Ooh, fuck out of here, my nigga. Killed Theon. Okay, cool. He was a decent character, but not a significant character. So somebody got to really die. And then when they killed Jaime and Cersei, I was like, boo. Fucking boo. That shit was just so corny. Cersei deserved to have her fucking head chopped off, then tossed over a cliff, and her body fucking eaten by the dragon. And all was left was her fucking shoe or some shit like that.
What if she survived it, though?
I mean, that'd be kind of lame. Mm-hmm. Don't see how that's possible. So I don't know how she did. If she did, I'm not going to really like how they inform us of that. I don't know, man, but I'm still latched on. I'm still, waiting for 9 o'clock tonight's air. But I am disappointed with the overall layout of how the season is going to this point.
Yes, the final episode of the season is upon us tonight. And here's my question. There's been so many people who have said, yo, this is boring. And people go, well, it's a story. Watch the story. Now that there's no more story, could that be it? Like,
I mean, it's all still a story, though. Like, it ain't no action without a story still. So it still kind of goes hand in hand. The story is ending. The story is coming to an end, but it's not over yet. So, it is a story in certain. it's a climax and it's a decrease. It gets to the point where Daenerys is burning everybody the fuck up, and then you get what happens after that.
And you know what's crazy? Did she have to burn everybody up? She could have just flew over the people, right? And just went.
You know what?
For Cersei's.
Now, I'm super, even though it was fucked up, I'm super not mad at her for burning those motherfuckers alive. Not nail one of them. And you know why? She's sitting on the back of her dragon, right? And imagine this is you. You're sitting on the back of your dragon on your enemy's doorstep, and these motherfuckers is ringing the bell to surrender. After you've been on the run your entire life from these motherfuckers trying to kill you, and they killed your entire bloodline. You don't have any family because of these very motherfuckers in here ringing the bell trying to surrender. Oh, hell.
Right, soon as I come through the gate, surrender.
You just cut my homie head off yesterday. Now you see shit is real.
I forgot about that part.
You trying to surrender. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm burning this shit down. And then on top of that, she chose fear because they would have never loved her the way they loved Jon.
Loved who? She killed everybody.
No, even if she wouldn't have burnt them, they wouldn't have looked at her as their true leader. They would have looked at Jon.
If she showed mercy?
Man, listen.
I don't think it's nothing.
Like she said, it's either going to be love or fear. And then after the Night King battle and all that, seeing all that love Jon was getting, she was over in the corner. Nobody said nothing to her about shit. Nobody congratulated her. Fucking pat on the back. That's why she made Gendry Lord of Storms, whatever, Storm Castle, because she was trying to get some love. She was trying to get some, you know what I'm saying? But then that shit turned right around and they was all drunk, patting Jon on the back, calling him the king and shit. And knowing who he really is.
So she was like, since y'all don't love me.
She was like, you know what? Y'all don't love me. My best friend Jorah is dead. Shorty used to braid my hair is dead. 2 of my goddamn dragons is dead. I'm about to light this shit up. Y'all just gonna fear me. Fuck it. She went full grown. She went full Mad Queen, Targaryen.
Well, now that you say it like that, because I'm sitting here thinking the whole week, like, yo, why did she burn the entire village? She could have just flew over all of them and killed Cersei.
I'm not mad at her reason for doing it. It was fucked up, but I'm not mad at her reasoning for doing it. Because if I had a dragon, nigga.
Yo, did you see that post where they was like, yo, how you blow a 3-0 dragon lead? Like, she had 3 dragons and lost 2.
And what the fuck was the point of the gold company? You niggas, it's trash. You got wiped out like that. It was no point of y'all even being there.
But
and also, the Jaime and Euron fight was so fucking pointless.
Right? If he wasn't, that's what I said too. Like, Jaime should have died right there. Like, this man celebrated killing the Kingslayer, but technically you didn't. The building fell on him because he got stabbed so many times, but still had enough strength to go find his boo Cersei.
Walk upstairs, hug Cersei, have a moment, walk downstairs, try to climb up some stones to see if you can dig out.
That got to be the slowest death of all time.
You got stabbed in the ribs on both sides. Man, if you don't sit down.
That's his love for his sister. His love for Cersei.
That's disgusting.
The things filthy. A woman to make you do. Now, by the time this episode airs, the final episode of the Game of Thrones will have aired. So, what are you looking for tonight? Because this is the last episode, fam.
Somebody got it. I want a murder to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
I want a bitch to catch a body. I want
Jon Snow got to kill somebody tonight.
Jon Snow got to kill somebody. Because I had this conversation with my mom all the time. She's like, well, if he don't fucking do nothing, what he here for? What they bring him back to life for?
What, has it been like 5 episodes?
Yeah.
He ain't did shit. 5 episodes in.
He flew around on the dragon having a fucking love ride and shit like this fucking Aladdin and y'all on the carpet. Y'all just fucking flying on dragons, having a fine ass fucking time. All this goofy shit. No, I ain't give a fuck about that. Kill somebody, man. Jon don't like killing people. I think Jon got to kill Grey Worm too because Grey Worm started killing people while they were surrendering.
Well, they're going to fight tonight because you got to get, in order to dethrone the queen, you got to get the Grey Worm.
Right. Unless Arya do it.
But are we going to be happy with that? You just said Jon Snow got to kill somebody. He's not going to kill his girl, though. Basically, his aunt.
I wonder who's going to...
This is a nasty show.
Who's eventually going to sit on the throne?
It's going to be Jon Snow. Well,
Jon Snow just might leave all this shit. He might just go fucking rogue on these niggas.
Right.
He might just go rogue. You know what, man? Fuck this. Everybody's dead. Can't nobody tell me what to do now. If anybody try to tell me, I'll kill you. Fuck you. I'm out.
The final season of Power. You excited for that? Was last season that bad to where we like? But then we expect it to be dark because with the death of the daughter, it had to be a dark season, right? They couldn't just got back to having a good time, popping bottles.
They should have never been popping bottles to begin with because they life been fucked up since season 1. All of them. They should have never been popping no bottles. But anyway, I'm still looking forward to watching it.
Yeah. 15 episodes, though.
That's a lot. They could have just made that 2 more seasons.
Oh, my God. Nah, but see.
But I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it
Okay.
because I can't say I wish Game of Thrones would have shot 6 more episodes. But then now Power giving me all of that, and I'm like, man, I mean, y'all could have split it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking forward to watching. I just don't know what to expect after.
Now, somebody's got to die.
Dre's got to fucking. If Dre don't die this season, nigga.
Nah, Dre about to get his own
Dre
spinoff.
gotta die season fucking episode 1 of this shit. Like, I thought that I've been waiting for this nigga to die for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
He ain't that fucking good, is he?
He the new Ghost. Ghost taught him everything he know. That's crazy. Like, somebody's got to die. There's got to be one. It's got to
Fucking
be.
kill Tariq. Shit.
Nah.
They don't deserve no kids anyway.
Nah, fam. You can't kill. What's the daughter name?
Raina already
I'm
dead.
saying you can't kill Raina and Tariq, fam.
Oh, they got a little girl, another little girl too.
And she don't. Nah. You can't
Never
kill
mind.
Raina and Tariq. That's not going to happen. I think Ghost will die though.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I think Ghost will die, and then
Tommy too crazy to die.
this might be a spoiler alert. But
How's
I
it
don't.
spoiler alert? You don't know
I'm just
shit.
saying because when the season's over
You
and y'all see,
guessing.
I'm guessing. But if this happens, don't come at
Said
me
spoiler
talking about
alert.
something. I'm saying
No, there's no way this
When
could
the
be a
season-
spoiler alert.
when the
yo.
season
you don't know shit.
I think I'm on to something. When the season is over and this happens, don't hit me up saying I ruined it. I think Ghost is going to die, and then I think because they're coming out with 2 spin-off series. And one is going to be about the future, and one's going to be about the past. I'm just guessing. I don't know, but this might be a spoiler. The future is going to be Tyreek as the new Ghost, because you can't have 2. One of them niggas got to die. It's not going to be Tariq. And then
So that implies Dre's going to die too. Then
Dre's going to be in there with him. So Dre's going to live. Dre's going to be in the new show with Tariq.
No.
Yes,
This
yes.
nigga got to die.
And then the other
he
series.
went to Ghost daughter grave. Like, nah, nigga, you get. Talk about something. If you ever come at me again, I have full power.
That was
to
foul.
diminish his cartel.
That was foul. You woke
can't-
up on that man
you
as you
can't
thought the
live.
grave site. Yeah.
You can't live like after that, nigga. No, I wanted to shoot that nigga.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then the other show is going to be the prequel, which is going to show Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan. I don't know who, but it's going to show basically how they all came together, how he became Ghost. So
Dre's got to die. Honestly, all them niggas got to die, man. They did way too much dirt.
yeah,
Every last one of them. How much dirt you gonna get away with? Y'all evading fucking cartel bosses and the FBI. Come on, man. Come on.
but they got a cover up though. They
Not no more. That bitch got shot. So
yeah.
So
And then if she got shot, but did they take it to the hospital? Because they took her to the
she
hospital.
got shot in a warehouse. Right, so what goes do? Just leave her there or take her to the hospital? Because if you took her to the hospital right after how
Sax.
right,
Sax gonna see it. Oh, this is crazy. Now I can't wait for August 25th, man. I hate Sax though. But another show is ending. I don't know what we got on this, but Empire. I don't know what we can say about Empire, but it's just a lot of our shows that people were enjoying are just coming to an end. And for what I heard, my sources told me that this kind of like comes from the Jussie Smollett situation. To where they were actually, because like how you give a show another season and then say, well, this is it. You could have got rid of them now, but instead they gave him another season. And then when Terrence Howard and Taraji and a few other cast members wanted Jesse back, production studio was just like, nah, we don't want to deal with this circus, man. So this is it for y'all. Go out. Last season, this is it. Jesse ain't coming back. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, but I don't know. As far as anything goes with Empire, that's all I got. I haven't watched that show in years.
I haven't watched it. I stopped after I learned that the motherfucker really didn't have ALS or whatever it was. After that, I was like, this shit was a lie the whole time. How the fuck? Who the fuck diagnosed you?
What did he say when he walked in his room? Now he had a dream. He said, Bucky, I thought I killed your ass.
I thought I killed your ass. Man, it just got even crazier and more weird. So I just stopped watching that shit. So I mean, but if I'm the studio and they coming at me like, hey man, give him his job back or else. All right, well, I do you all a favor.
Yeah.
You have a good night. Like just shutting this shit down. And if I'm an employee, I don't know how close they were as like cast members or like family or whatever, but I ain't risking my job for that nigga.
That's crazy because Taraji and Terrence is going to find work. Like Taraji got a new movie out every year, and Terrence Howard always going to find some work, man.
What the young boy going to do?
It's the other ones,
right?
Like,
what the oldest brother going to do?
The oldest brother, the young brother that was in the New Edition movie, but that's really all I seen him in. Like once that bread stopped, like Joe Jesse, you owe me the fave, fam. All of this for what?
We got fired because of your ass, and now I can't find no work.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's all I got for the Empire.
I mean, blessings to them and all of that shit. Don't really watch it, but I'm sure they all land on their feet. Jesse Smollett got an album out, his first one.
Wait, it's out?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I went to his Twitter page after the bullshit was happening, and that shit sure enough was there, pinned on his page. Like,
get my single.
This little Michael Jackson fro, little Soul Glow joint.
All right, so let's get into it, man. Earlier in the week, 25 members of the Alabama State Senate voted to pass the nation's most restrictive abortion bill on Tuesday. And every single one of them was a white man. It's called the Human Life Protection Act. A few notes that I've taken from things that, first off, if you ask them why, they'll tell you they always want to do like religion at you. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody has a heartbeat, it's considered a life, and they don't think that it's Christian like to take a life. That's what they tell you on the surface, though. But we don't know the truth. That's basically what we're gonna have this conversation about, to try to figure out why they care so much about other people's business. So with that being said, this is a tremendous black eye on Republicans. I can't even say that it's a black eye on Alabama. Nobody likes Alabama. I don't know why black people still live in Alabama. I'm just keeping it in the buck. Like there's nothing about Alabama that's just interesting to me.
Somebody told me they was going to Mississippi the other day. I was like,
just to visit.
What?
Just to visit.
Just think of what? You going where? Oh, man.
Do they got family there?
It's a friend and shit, but I mean,
no. Does that friend have family there?
No, they want to see a friend.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know much about Mississippi except for what the stories I heard about the '60s. That's it. When I think about Mississippi, that's what the fuck I think about.
Mississippi, and I hold Mississippi, Alabama, and I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny at all. Just certain places I will not visit. I will not visit just because of what I heard.
Nigga, I like the beach, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the fucking beach.
Yeah, I'm not with no dirt roads, none of that stuff like that. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
that's my shit though.
Horse down the
Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no
I'm going
more.
To a fucking square dance this summer, bitch. I swear to God.
That's
I'm
my
fuck
shit
that shit
though.
up. I'm
we
going
about to take over country music. But back
I got the horses and the bike.
Back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfect. Anyways, Mitt Romney said he doesn't like the Alabama law.
Mitt Romney?
Yeah, former presidential candidate. Get this, folks. President 45 says he's pro-life, but he says the state of Alabama went a little bit too far with this law. Also, abortions won't stop recent bans, but people of color will be basically criminalized more than anybody because they say that it's the people of color who's going to be affected by this the most. Mm-hmm. So there's still going to be abortions happening, but as far as like the people of color, they're the ones in trouble the most, which just blows my mind, right? Because if you do the study, white people are like becoming the minority. I think that's what they're calling it.
About 20, 40, something like that.
And if you want women of color to have these babies, I'm thinking this is a way to, because if they're having abortions, they can't take care.
Increase the population
to lock them up. Put them in systems.
Right. This shit is
the new
dumb,
slavery.
Yo. It's just dumb. It's just all dumb. Like,
but it makes sense to them though. So I'm trying to figure out, because we can just say, "Oh, this is dumb." It's easy to say that. What's the end game though?
It's hard to make sense of the gender. You really can't stop or understand. Yo, I just don't get it. But what's
the end game though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, A bunch of white men sitting around.
But it's crazy that they implement this law saying that if it's a heartbeat, then it's considered a life and shit. So they're gonna have to rewrite some laws with the police and how they handle individuals too, because they treat motherfuckers in the street like they don't have no heartbeat.
Well, that ain't. I mean, if you had more,
you gotta rewrite. If you gonna adjust some shit, adjust it for the right reasons in the right way. Like, how is this? So I get what you're saying. So a law like this has to be benefiting somebody somewhere.
It has to be benefiting somewhere, somebody somewhere down the long haul.
Right.
Like if the sight of black people makes you sick, but you want people of color to have these babies and you know that they can't take care of them. Now they said that the state of Alabama is 50th in education. So you want the women in 50th. Alabama 50th out of 50
in the
states.
country. I was about to say, ain't it 50 states to this motherfucker?
It's ranked 50th.
Damn,
out of 50 states. 50 or 49. Either way, you're stupid.
Mad because they can't get down with the team still sitting at the end of the draft ass niggas.
Now, where was I going with that? 50th in education-wise, right? In educational standards, 50 or 49th. Don't get me the line.
What's that, like 7 kids they tested? Can't be that many. Shout out to Alabama, man.
No, ain't no shout out to Alabama. Fam, it's nothing. What's in Alabama?
It's people. I mean, it's black people out there that ain't got nothing to do with the laws. They probably too. Listen, my nigga, if you live in Alabama, you either want to stay there or you can't leave.
But you know what? With the books that I've been listening to, not reading, listening to, it'll tell you that a lot of us are conditioned, brainwashed to stay in poverty. Like a lot of people that might be in Alabama or in these bad situations, they think that this is for them. Like it gets no better for me than this. Mm-hmm. And that's something that they got to break out of. If you're in Alabama because that's your home, and like, for example, how many episodes or how many times I don't think we've talked about this on the show, but I've heard other people say that they would rather deal with the racism in the South because it's in your face, and up north they hide it. I'd rather be where I'm at, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm comfortable where I'm at, but you can't. I'm not going to relocate to the South and welcome the racism because that's just how the South do. I just have a bad taste in my mouth for the South, and that's just how it's always been for me. So it doesn't shock me that Alabama, Georgia, and I think it's another state as well that's working on what Alabama has signed off on. Mm-hmm. And where is it at? All South.
Right. I mean, the South has always had different laws, but I mean, again, that book might have some that shit you reading or listening to.
It's an audio book, nigga.
Reading, listening, whatever. However you absorbing that knowledge, nigga. It might have some truth to it, but I still believe there's a percentage of people that are like happy with their life in Alabama. Mm-hmm. Like some people just like what they are. Some people do get to a point. It's like, you know what? I worked up, got a nice little piece of change. Let me go ahead and here and cop this little piece of land, raise my squad, and I'm chilling.
I mean, yeah. Yes, there are people who are happy with where they are.
So like I said, man, shout out to Alabama. Not the lawmakers in Alabama, but the people in Alabama. Not the racist white people in Alabama, but everybody else in Alabama.
And then every time something like this happens, they always go to the vote. We need to change the vote. We need to get the people out of the office, vote this, that, and the third. And that's kind of like demoralizing, kind of. It's like we're just tired of hearing it because even the people that's in, you're supposed to do work for the people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Politics is a dirtier game than I think a lot of people realize. I don't know what happens on the day-to-day in politics, but I imagine there's a lot of treachery and backstabbing and, oh, yeah, I got you, but never fucking call you again and just do the complete opposite of what I said I was going to help you with.
It makes people uninterested in it, to be honest. Like, but who, if you're for the people, right? You're the government, you're for the people. Who brought this to the table? That's more like an inside job.
Whose idea was it, right?
Who idea was it? That's more like an inside job. Like, what can we do now? Like, let's do something.
Hey,
like,
Tom, you know what we should do?
Exactly. That's exactly how it went.
We should make these motherfuckers stop getting abortions. Yeah, that's the ticket. That is the fucking ticket. Hey, you know what, Steve? I think that's a wonderful idea. Old ass guys. I think that's a wonderful idea. Shut your old ass up, man.
Now, if I'm president 45, I'm taking this and I'm flipping. Honestly, because he got nothing to run on. Even though this man has basically done everything he said he was going to do, attempt to build a wall, get rid of Obamacare, all this in the third, if I'm him, I go at this law and say, you know what? I don't think this Alabama law is constitutional or whatever, and fight it. And now he got something to run on. I think it's a setup. I honestly think it's a setup anyway.
Maybe that's the benefit in the end, and then they'll end up reversing it.
Because it still got to go to like the Supreme Court and stuff. Like it still has to go to so many different places. Like it's still like it's intact, but this thing can still be full.
I do want to know who it's benefiting and what the idea of the benefit, like who sparked that idea. That's an interesting perspective,
right? Like why? Like why?
Where did this come from? Like why out the blue? It's a whole bunch of other shit y'all niggas could be fixing. But why worry about this?
Why are y'all so animated into women of color creating more colored babies?
Or if you were going to create a law like that, why don't you make it to a certain point to where it's not so soon? Like if abortions was that serious, like I give them like a couple of months or some shit, like and then, make it a longer timeline. But to tell them at 5 to 6 weeks when most women don't even know if they pregnant, right? At that you don't point, even know. It's like, bro, like what the fuck? But if they said something like 5 to 6 months, I'm like, all right, well, like,
I don't know. I don't know the numbers because I don't know
it's 4 to 6 weeks.
I know, but when you say 5 to 6 months, that's a pretty long time. Like that's actual.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they would have said that in the law, like if you can't abort after 5 or 6 months, then it's like, okay, well, I can get that. You know what I'm saying? Then, 4 to 5 weeks. It's like, well, damn.
They didn't even count rape.
Right, or incest. Yeah.
I mean, so
that's where it's super fucked up. That woman will have psychological damage for the rest of her life. You're gonna force her to have this baby that came at this traumatic point of her life that she's never going to fucking forget.
Yeah,
and you force her to keep the baby on top of that. That's kind of sick, man.
Yeah, I would just want to say one thing.
Pretty sick.
You know, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep it clean.
Say that shit.
I'm not going to say it. You know, what bothers me is that, like I just read off, a bunch of old white men made this law. And I just would appreciate it if women and people who fight for women's rights stop putting this on all men. A lot of, like, a certain category of men voted this in, and we don't like them either. So don't put all men in this bag.
I think I know where you're going. That's my fuckers you doing. So hold on to that.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it alone because y'all be doing too much, man.
Yeah.
Like y'all got allies out here. Like don't turn on your allies. Like we here for y'all. It just pisses me off. Like you can't even go on social media without men of trash. Like what I do? I just woke up.
Get hit by friendly fire and shit.
Yeah, like, what I do?
What? You ain't getting none tonight. What the fuck? I don't like that shit either.
Is your fuckers you doing Monae chick? Is it?
Speaking too much, too early. You're giving away too much.
Nah, because I was going to speak on it, but okay, all right.
That's what I was referring to.
I'm going to leave it alone then. We're going to switch topics. So I saw this post in the Facebook group. Shout out to Janice from the Podcast Brothers
Shout out
group.
to Janice.
And she made a post and she said, what is the hardest part of dating you? And I said, it's a good question. It's a question that I'm ready for now. I wasn't ready for maybe last month, maybe last year, maybe a few years ago. But now I can understand how I can be difficult for somebody. So with that being said. Yeah, well, you know.
You're so easy to along with, bro.
I you know what? But I thought I was. But no. Honestly, though, I thought I was, though. Here's my mentality going into it. Because I can only go off what people told me. This is what people told me that they didn't want. They didn't want nobody going upside their head. They didn't want nobody driving their car. They didn't want they didn't want nobody driving their car, having sex with another chick in the car, things of that nature. So I checked off a lot of the things that women would complain to me from high school to whenever. This is what my man did.
Checked off, like not do.
This is what my man did. I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. My man did this too. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. So when you do get in relationships and you be like, yo, fam, I'm not doing nothing these nut ass niggas is out here doing. But you still got an issue with what I'm doing.
I mean, you ain't doing no bullshit.
But that's what you got to learn. That's what you got to learn.
That's what you got to learn. Fuck you talking about? We talk about show shit.
Us, we, as a people, as a general, we got to learn that it's you got to know yourself. You got to know yourself, and that's something that I'm learning. So when people say, what's the hardest part of dating you? And I can just say that the hardest part of dating me is I don't even know myself. You understand? So like, how can I get with somebody and expect them to know anything about me if I don't even know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've really...
How do you plan to rectify that, man?
I started doing my homework on the love language. The love languages and, like, what I'm actually looking for. There's been so many people who's brought that to my attention, and I just be like, all right, I'll look at it when I get time.
What are you looking for, Jerome?
What do you mean I'm looking for?
In regards to your love languages.
What is it that I respond to? You know, if you get with somebody because of the looks or because of whatever the case may be, she might not know how to talk to you based on your love language because you might not even know what it is. He's like, yo, why are we beefing all the time?
Do you analyze your behavior in past relationships when you're feeling good about where you and your mate are at the time, and however you react to her, like looking good or something might be like when I run up on her, like rub her ass a little bit?
No. I don't know.
I'm famous for running up behind and grabbing like both titties with both hands. That's my shit. Like, damn, girl, you look good.
Yeah, but that's a moment though. That's like a moment.
That could be a love language. It's like
okay, so
affection,
right,
touchy,
all right,
feeling.
all right. So your love language might be touch. Do you think it's touch?
Yeah, it's one of them. Mm-hmm.
What's the number one?
Communication.
Communication.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Hell yeah, it's one.
Communication
For you or in general?
No, I'm just saying, is that one? Let me look it up real quick while we keep talking while I look up.
Why
this,
wouldn't
thing.
it be one? Hell yeah,
because I don't know if that's what it's actually called.
Fucking, I thought that was the proper word for it. It's a major named after it.
Like me, like mine. I know mine's is like words of
affection.
No.
Words of endearment. No. Words of fucking passion. Some
words
shit?
of affirmation is mine.
Yeah, same shit. That's what.
So it's words of affirmation. Number 2 is gifts. Not my order, but number 1, words of affirmation. Number 2, gifts. 3, acts of service. 4, quality time. And 5 is physical touch. So 1, communication is not one.
Words of affirmation, same thing.
Okay. So words of affirmation, but communication, you're talking about talking, like just talk to me type of. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We got to talk about shit, but if I can sit here and talk to you about nothing, I'm cool with that.
But see,
if we vibe like that. If I'm just watching TV, we could be in the car and just ride. We got a red light, there's complete silence, and I see somebody goofy walking past. Look at this nigga's shirt. You look dumb as hell. You like, yeah, that nigga do look dumb. Or she can actually make it make sense. Oh, no, I don't think it looks dumb because if you look at his shoes, you got to do all right, you know what, you right. I see what he did. All right, cool. I look dumb now. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about nothing.
Right. So words
with that.
Words of affirmation can mean so many different things because mine don't mean nothing like that.
But you like to be told about yourself. You look good after coming back from the gym, Jarrell. Your pecs is a little swollen, Jarrell.
Listen. I work hard.
That's what you want to hear?
I work hard. So if you're not going to compliment me on something I'm working on, it could be anything though. Like if I'm talking to you and you know I got a podcast and you don't bring it up, like this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Like, yo, fam. But I'm passionate about what I do.
Get
though.
What you're saying though.
You feel
like,
what I'm saying?
So even if y'all introduce or the moment of your introduction, if she didn't know, but you tell her, all right, that's one thing.
Right.
But then after that, and then she don't go. So what's going on with the show? Or did you record to that? Shit like that?
Yo, if you don't care about what I'm putting my 110% in. That's what I want to hear.
That's
like,
a fact, yeah.
I'm not really one for compliments because I like the compliments come from me.
Yeah.
But if I do go to the gym, don't tell me, just tell me, oh, damn, you getting bigger or that shirt, like you know what I'm saying? Like, show
that shirt looking a little smaller today, Jarrell.
Let me know that what I'm doing is working. Yo, it's the third time you said my name, fam. Like,
you hear the exaggeration?
Yeah, I do hear it. But let me know that what I'm doing is working, things of that nature. Not necessarily a compliment, because a compliment for me, like, I don't listen to myself. Like, you look nice.
A compliment from your lady don't make you feel like you flowing on.
I think they supposed to say that. That's just me. You look nice.
Nah, see, I take compliment. If my girl compliment me, I take that to heart just the way she hit me with an insult. You look a little pudgy today. You might want to hit a. Oh shit! She said like I might want to fix that shit. But if she say I'm looking good, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get this same shirt in another color.
And that's one of the issues that I got with dating. Like that's one of the things that I think people need to know about me. Is just like I don't want it, so I'm not going to give it. But when you with your lady, they want it all the time. Like, yo, fam, I told you look nice yesterday, so I'm not going to do it.
What if she look nice today too?
Like she know that. Though, already.
You should. It's just like, you know how your phone got pre-text in it. Just gotta have a list of 4 or 5 compliments you give your girl on a daily basis. Just run them shits off. You ain't gotta look at it. Yeah, you look nice.
You gotta look.
Yeah, you look nice. Beautiful, baby. Love you. Have a good day.
It sounds simple. If they
you run through those 5 through the day, you golden, man.
It sounds simple.
You got to know, but you got to sell it, though. Even if you don't mean it, you want to sound like you fucking
That's
mean
what
it.
I don't want to do. I don't want to have to sell.
Sometimes you do.
Nah.
Sometimes you
Something
do.
fake. I don't want to do that.
It's not fake. You just don't want to say it at that moment.
Selling is fake.
You feel it, but at that moment, you just don't want to say it. But she's asking for it without asking for it. So you just want to make a girl feel good. You know what, babe? I like them shoes. Yeah, fuck up my face. I'm finished playing this game. You say it to yourself. But you still going to say it. You want to sell it.
My thing is, but once again, this goes back to why it's so hard. What's so difficult about dating me is knowing what I want, which I know now, and not knowing what the other person wants. Like, you might date somebody who's really big on quality time. Right. That's my least. That's my least. That's the one that I go to the most. Quality time.
That's your.
I'm on the go.
That's your biggest love language.
No, that's the one. That's like number 5. 1 through 5.
So you want a girlfriend you can see like once a week?
It's not that.
That shit ain't gonna work.
It's not that. But I'm a busy. But I'm
twice a week.
She just got to be busy. If you waiting on me to get done,
so what y'all doing together?
Whatever we
both
can
too
do.
busy for each other.
But this is what I'm telling you.
That don't sound like a relationship. That
No.
meet up and fuck
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. If I know my love language, I can date somebody who has similar traits. So if she isn't big on quality time either, it works. That's what I'm saying.
You're not big on quality time. I don't want you.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I saw you 3 days ago, nigga. What the fuck you want? Oh, shit.
But that's what I'm saying. So now you know quality time is high on your list. If you date, okay. So, but if you date somebody and she on some,
you can't even be my girlfriend if we don't spend a certain amount of time together. Like, imagine a chick you spent like a couple of hours with last month hit you up like, why the fuck you even calling me? You my man and shit. Like, no, I'm not. We was chilling that one time.
You got to have something going on. I'm not saying that she can just dip, but she has her own career, her own path. I'm doing my thing. Like I don't want to have to argue with somebody.
He wants a pen pal.
No, it's not what I'm saying. But you know where I'm at every Sunday, right?
I understand what you're saying.
I'm here from 12 to 3:30, maybe 4. I need that time with no debate. Mm-hmm. No debate. Don't ask me. Don't plan nothing for me. Hey, I planned for us to go to this event 2 Sundays from now at 1.
You gonna do that when you know I'm at the shop?
Exactly.
You throw a curse word in there? Or
nah.
Sometimes you got to do that, bro. Emphasis. A little bit of emphasis help.
No. But then you got to know who you're dealing with, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're dealing with somebody who want to throw curse words back, because if I yell and I get upset and you get upset back, I'm like, okay.
That's why you got to curse on the first date.
To let them know.
Yeah, you can't say, you don't treat me like you used to. They treat you like this is day one. What you talking about?
But that's me, though. Like, me being like an entrepreneur now, like me being on the move a lot, me like, I got kids, I got a business, I'm always on the go, I'm working overtime. That's really the hard part of dating me. It's like, my 7 days is booked, and you got to get in where you fit in. And if you're one of those people where you need quality time, where I got to break my cycle, don't get me wrong. Yes, you do have to step
What about
out.
compromise, Jarrell?
Fam.
What about it?
Not doing it.
Oh, you're not willing to compromise at all, your time at all?
No, but I was just getting there, though. There's going to be some times where you have to step out of your comfort zone,
right,
out of your box, and make stuff happen. But it doesn't, but...
How often will you do that? Because that's going to determine a lot.
But once again, if quality time isn't up high on her list, when we do it, it'll be special. I just don't want a girl.
She might not appreciate it when you do it.
But see, she might not know that quality time is her number one, number two. So she'll respect my space, but be miserable. That's when it becomes a problem, because quality time is high up on her list. Mm-hmm. So I would look for somebody whose quality time is not high on their list, because they out doing their thing too. Like,
so you ask questions on the first date, like, so how much time a week do you like to spend with your man?
I'm definitely on some. What's your love language? I'm definitely on that type of time, though.
Hey, if we kick it 4 to 5 hours every other week, you good with that? You good with that, right? All right, cool, because I need to set some things straight before we go on a second date.
What's the hardest part about dating you, though?
cool with spending 4 to 5 hours every other week. I honestly do not know, bro.
Wait, so you don't know you don't know what's difficult about dating you?
It's a lot of difficult shit about me. I really don't know. I gotta ask, like, you know,
what do you think though?
What do I think?
Because we can look at each other and be like, you know what, that's a messed up trait I got.
I'm probably a bit too social for what a woman would like. So that's probably it. I'm a social butterfly. I like to have conversations. I talk. I could be in the fucking line and Target. Oh, what's up? You be a dude too, though. It ain't just women. Like, but you know, I'm a friendly guy. A lot of women don't like friendly guys. You friendly? You talk to anybody? I mean, it's a cold world, man. Why add another cold soul to it? I don't want to be that. I'm not a mean person unless I have to be or I want to be.
That's the conversation that I don't think we'll ever have an answer to. I think it's judgmental, like it's up in the air.
Yeah.
When you're out with your girl or girls, when you're out with your man and you see a friend of the opposite sex that your partner doesn't know, do you stop and hold a conversation?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
But that's not everybody with that though.
Yeah, I mean, but I just think it's about establishing who you are. You know what I'm saying? From the door. If I make myself out to be like a couch potato or a shell, and I never go anywhere and I know anybody, but then every time we go out, I'm hugging somebody different. She's like, what the fuck?
Nah.
But if I'm on some shit like this, I'm pretty open. Like I bump into a lot of people. I'm a nice guy. You should be able to tell this from how I interact with you when I'm around anyway. So
don't speak to none of your friends when you're with me, man.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
Don't like that.
Did this happen before?
I think it happens to everybody. I think it happens to everyone, but you don't know how that person.
I mean, it's a certain way that you, and in that moment, there's a certain way that you have to conduct yourself. Don't be acting like I'm one of your homegirls standing here and you bumped into somebody you used to fuck, and now it's
not about
old girl.
It's not about if you did it or not.
But it's nothing wrong with a mutual. Hey, what's going on, man? Everything good? All right, man. It's good to see you.
No. I said stop and talk, meaning like you with your girl, and a friend of yours is about to walk past. Hey, what's up? And y'all stop. And now your partner is on the outside of this circle because y'all building.
I mean, is there not an introduction?
What does that mean?
What does introduction mean? Why wouldn't you? You're making it awkward by not bringing it there. Right. So you got to go. Hey, if it's that's gonna look suspicious. If you with your girl and you bump into a friend, now I'm saying y'all just crossing paths. Oh shit, what's good, Tanya? It's good to see you, girl. I ain't seen you in like 12 years. Oh shit, how the kids? Hey yo, this my girl Tanisha. You know what I'm saying? Tanisha, this time we used to go to school and shit. I ain't seen her in a minute. Yada yada. Yeah, we just out here kicking it. Everything good? All right, cool.
And that's based on the insecurity of the person that you with. That's what I'm saying. Because
that's a personal fucking problem.
But you gotta keep that in mind though. So it's a lot when you're dealing with another person. Like we don't know about the insecurity level because you pull up and this girl looks better than your girl, or she's attractive. Now so that's your friend? So you mean y'all never had any sexual encounters? Like it just opens up a can of worms.
Listen,
to some.
Listen. That sound like the motherfucker I wouldn't fuck with anyway.
But you don't know.
Listen, we grown as fuck. We out in public. We know people. You expect me to just walk stone-faced tunnel vision through this whole facility and not bumping anybody, especially if you're somewhere local? What the fuck? I'm supposed to just ignore everybody that I recognize? That's childish. I'm good.
Because guess what? This is my quality time.
But then in that aspect,
this is my time.
In that aspect, it's still your fucking time. I ain't go no fucking where.
You just gave 5 minutes.
I ain't leave you, bitch, and just go with the other bitch out to eat. Like
you just gave 5 minutes to Brenda.
It's my homie Tanya. You know what, Tanisha? I'm gonna go fuck with her because I ain't see her in like 12 years. You got the keys, right? I check you later. Like, no, ain't no
it's
shit
a
like
lot
that.
that goes into it. I'm telling you, fam, like women be reading stuff that don't even be there. Like if y'all walking, right, holding hands and you got a straight face, yeah, work was crap. And then your homegirl walk by and your face light up. Fam, it's a conversation that you didn't think was going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, that's how it works.
I'm going to.
Oh, you smile hard at her. What?
Nah, I'm literally not going to be with anybody like that because I was just saying what you said that you would prefer somebody whose love language is quality time is on the lower end. I would have somebody that's like equally as social. And social isn't just talking and like flirting with people, no shit like this. Being social is going to different events, being at certain venues, being out in the world and enjoying yourself and having fun and not just being closed in and shit. But in those events and those moments when you go out, you're going to bump into people. You're going to meet people. There's nothing wrong with saying what's up. If you're in a mutual social setting and it's a certain environment, you can speak. Like, that's fine. Like,
I get it.
I have conversations with strangers at a bar like all the time. Like, it's like nothing. White dude said something to me yesterday, matter of fact.
White people always say something.
Yeah,
I
I was trying to take a selfie and shit with mom and my girl, and the nigga behind me was like, "Hey, you guys want me to take that picture for you?" I was like, "Nah, man, she got about like 20 of them already. I'm just trying to get her to get the one she liked."
Did he buy you a drink? Like, I don't know what it is.
I wouldn't accepted that anyway. I'm a grown ass man. I don't even take no drink from no random ass grown ass man. No.
I'm just saying that's what white men do.
No, that's like somebody.
They love black people when they drunk. Though.
I look at shit like that. Like you see a girl at the bar that you like, so you said her a drink. I'm not accepting no drink from no grown ass man. No, you're not about to biatch me. Nope. Don't want it.
But what you're saying is correct. I just be playing devil's advocate because I've seen it from all angles. Not saying that I've been in that situation, but I've seen people, like, it could be a friend, and it's just the way you look at your friend, the way you interact with your friend, and your girl will analyze. But your girl will analyze everything you ever did, and she'll wait. But she'll say, "Last Wednesday, you wasn't that happy with me." I've seen it. Like, I've seen it. I've had conversations with people to where the second.
Well, God bless whoever that man is with that woman, because shit, I'm good. Sounds like a whole headache that I don't like, right? And I don't get headaches that often. So it's probably you.
But that's why I'm definitely big on the love language thing, because I know what I want. So I'll be a fool to set myself up with somebody who's really big on quality time, and I'm not. And right. I think that, you know,
what woman ain't big on quality time though?
Fam, there's a lot of women out there who actually have like a man,
like a Fortune 500 woman. No, like Taraji P. Henson and what's that movie? What happens to what men want? Some shit. I ain't see that movie yet. Nah, the Kevin Hart joint with Michael Ealy. It was like they was in the Steve Harvey book and all that shit.
Oh, Think Like a Man.
Yeah, that shit.
I think that once again, this goes back on to what I was telling you a few weeks ago. Men and women are born with masculine and feminine energy. There are women out there who have a lot of masculine energy, like a lot, like
that's what you want.
No, I'm not saying no. See, you think masculine energy is like somebody who's big and tough.
No.
Okay,
she's just
that's how you. Well, okay, but let me finish. Masculine energy could be the women out there who say, "Yo, I just want to smash and go about my day."
Right.
Masculine energy could be some like, "Don't text me all day because I don't want to hear from you all day." The feminine energy is somebody who wants to communicate and text and do these things all day. The masculine energy could be, you know what I'm saying, like things of that nature. So there are women out there who think like me. There are women out there who might tell me I'm around them too much. Like, yo, fam, you a little too happy. Why you so happy? Like, so there are women out there who communicate, who quality time might not be high on their list. Believe it or not, there are people out there who just want to sit home and watch Netflix by themselves.
Well, some boring motherfuckers, and I'm good. I'm good. I enjoy Netflix
at least
too.
At least you know not what to look for.
I ain't gonna stay all the time. Like, what we doing tonight? We watching Netflix. All right, cool, bet. What we doing tonight? We watching Netflix. All right. What we doing tonight?
Hey,
listen, bitch. I'm leaving. All right, I'm going the fuck outside. I'll get some sun. Take a ride. I'm gonna just go around the fucking block, but I'm getting the fuck out of here.
And that's the crazy thing. You don't even have to be doing anything. Some of us just love to be by ourselves, man.
I like to be by myself too.
A lot.
Occasionally.
A lot. Like, what you doing? You busy? Yes. What you doing? Nothing.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But after a while, if you just want to be by yourself, then I'm gonna just stop fucking calling you. How about that? Like, what the fuck?
So, do you know the difficulties of dating? You said you got to ask somebody.
Oh, man. Honestly, bro, I'm probably just a little too sexy. You know what I'm sayand that's probably about it. Nah, I said it though. I said a social.
Yeah, too social. So women have to. Social. Okay. And mine.
I have to make it known. Like, look, but I say it first though. I don't even let her get the thought into her head. Before, she might have the thought in her head, but before she gets a chance to address it, if I feel like it was an awkward situation, I'll break it down before. Listen, I ain't never fucked that girl. I ain't seen her in like 10 years. Went to school together. Her brother and me used to play ball. She used to be there. Hey, that's it.
So what's the conversation if you did? You ran into somebody that you might have had sex with before, and now you're cool.
Do I have to explain that? Unless,
so you only want to explain if there was nothing there. No, that's why I don't want to explain nothing at all.
But okay, that's a good point. But at the same time, if it seemed like it was awkward, cool. But if it wasn't nothing awkward, then there's nothing to explain. But I don't want her to fucking run down every fucking person that she might have bumped into in public that she might have had a sexual encounter with. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest.
I think you definitely got to.
You could have spoke to the nigga, whatever, a little friendly hug, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's fine.
I think you got to bring your girl around all your female best friends early. Like, let them know, like, listen, man, this is my life. Like, these are my homies. We gonna hang out.
I don't think you got to bring them around them early, but I think like you'll bring them up in conversation. Like they would have heard who this person is a time or two. Like, I remember I was with my homie Keisha, or I was with my homie whoever. Like those names would have been came up, and then when the introduction is, you're like, oh, that's the person you was telling me about who was like, yeah. But if you just introduce me to somebody who you never fucking mentioned before, that's weird.
All right,
that's
you
weird.
let Keisha, the girl that you've been talking about all this time, come around your girl, and she got a flat stomach and a ass like Trina. It's going to be a whole nother conversation. That's all I'm saying. Bring them around so you can see. Women, even men do it. Fam, if you tell me your best friend is this and the third, and you bring him around me, he's 6'4", chiseled like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, there's way more chiseled niggas in the world than me. I'm sitting next to one. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. I'm going to say what's up to that nigga. Unless I see something that points out to me through how they like communicate or interact with one another, that's something weird. But
like what?
Off the introduction,
Like
I'm not tripping, bro.
Like what though?
Huh?
Like what though?
I mean, like his hand might be a little too low on her back if you give her a hug or some shit like that, or they might have hugged a little too long. But if I meet the nigga and they just like, oh shit, nigga, what's good? Like on some regular shit, like I'm not tripping. I'm like, what's good, my nigga? Nice to meet you. I heard a lot about you. Whatever.
You don't got to look. That's what it is. Huh? You don't have a look. You're a unique person.
What
like
you mean?
The look. You don't have a look. I have a look. How many bald head bearded men out there?
What do you mean I don't have a look?
You don't have a look.
I got a fucking low cut Caesar with no beard. Like
I don't know.
That's my look. I know a lot of niggas with that same look.
I don't know too many people with your look.
I know. I get confused with motherfuckers every day. I was at work the other day. Nigga was like, "What's up, Chris?" I turned around like, "What?" He was like, "Oh, you're not Chris."
Nah, I gotta see a picture of Chris.
Word is
I gotta see a picture of Chris.
You're not Chris. I don't look shit like Chris. It was honestly, I thought it was some racist shit. It was a white dude. He just saw a black dude and thought I was fucking Chris. Like,
I'm just saying, I have a look. So if you got a friend that kind of looks like me, resembles me, I can be like, okay, I know you got it tight. So let me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you the buff.
You know how many others out there?
You a threat. You a threat. Now my girl introduced me to a nigga like you. Nah, fuck that nigga.
You just said.
you can't be.
That's what I just said though.
Fuck him. I'm not shaking his hand.
You just said.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm
telling you.
I was just playing. But yeah, I can see how niggas will look at you and be threatened by that. But I wouldn't. I still would be mad regular.
I know for a fact I can't be. Like, listen, no. You can't introduce me to your man because we have a look. I don't know what it is about people who look like
That's
me.
That's just shady as hell that you even just said that sentence.
No,
even if y'all are friends, hey, you can't introduce you to your man.
I know the energy.
Might as well be fucking then.
I know that, but I know the energy.
Yeah, but if you presenting pure energy, then
I'm not presenting. I just happen to look how I look.
No, that's what I'm saying though. You just being who you are. You presenting pure energy. So even if that man do look at you and raise an eyebrow by the way that you interact, the way you move, and the way you talk, after a while, those fists will drop. Like, that nigga ain't hurting nothing. He chilling.
But we're going off initial meeting. Right. Yeah, over time, you might be like, okay, he cool. He ain't really doing nothing.
Yeah, but
if you introduce
a
more advanced me to me, so what makes you like me? I'm going to be all in my like, what's special about me? You got this nigga for a best friend. I know y'all might have tried something. Didn't work, huh? So now you want me.
We going home tonight? Is we fucking? You cooking too? Fuck that nigga, man. I'm worried about the shit that's worried about me, man. I ain't worried about that nigga, man. I seriously do not worry about other niggas. I don't give a fuck who it is. Unless it's a problem or a situation, I ain't tripping, bruh. I'm showing mad love unless I'm disrespected. Until I'm disrespected, there's always gonna be love. But initially, nigga, I ain't fucking thinking about your ass. None of you niggas. I swear to God.
But that's always been like my safety net as to why I never really get my feelings hurt or nothing shocks me because I picture every scenario.
Mm-hmm. I do that.
That's what I do. So
I do that
regardless
too.
of how
if it does happen, you're not too surprised. You still hurt, but it's like
it hurts. But you could be like, yeah,
seen it coming.
I seen that.
That's how you keep yourself from doing nutty shit.
Shit, bitch, you did what? I never would have thought. Yeah, that's never me. I never would have thought.
I never would have thought you.
Nah, I thought it. I thought it.
Wish you wouldn't have did it.
Wish you wouldn't have did it.
I thought it.
But
though.
I thought it.
Whoa.
It's the
What? I wish you would burn my motherfucking clothes.
It's that part of the episode where we do our Fresh or Fiasco. Now, how that game goes is, I mean, y'all already know, but for the new listeners, Fresh means you like it. Fiasco means you don't like it, but you got to tell us why. So with that being said, Fresh or Fiasco, I want to get to the one that really got a lot of people's attention, man. We got a new Batman.
Oh, God.
And it's the skinny nigga from Twilight. Actor Robert Pattinson, that his name?
I believe so. Something to that effect.
He's now going to play Batman. Now, there hasn't been a Batman that anybody actually liked besides like Michael Keaton.
Christian Bale.
No, I think that when he got picked, see, here's the thing.
When he got picked, it was bullshit too.
Right. But when he
performed.
But when they played the role, they be like, okay, it's pretty dope.
Not George Clooney. George Clooney was
bait.
subpar. Subpar. That was a slant.
Anyways. But, to Mr. Robert, playing Batman. Even Ben Affleck. Like, who would have thought he'd be Batman?
I still didn't like him as Batman, even afterwards.
But Fresh or Fiasco, the new Batman.
I'm going to go Fiasco. The only thing I know this nigga for is being the vampire. And I ain't even like that shit. So, but then again, vampire, bat, ain't that kind of in the same lane? So, sneaky, creepy, mysterious.
I see what they doing there. Mm-hmm.
Kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little out there a little bit. But as far as the person is, now I'm going to go and say, I will have to wait until I see his performance. They might write it in his favor. He may buck up. I don't know. Off initial reaction was like, no. But I'm not sure of how deep this man's acting resume is. I don't know anything else that he's done other than Twilight. I judged him based off that alone. It was like, no, I don't think that's cool. He looked like Michael Jackson in Twilight, like as big as Michael Jackson. So it's like, yo, the Batman suit, he can't even fit that shit.
Right.
He can't even fit that motherfucker. So I'm still gonna go Fiasco because just off the initial information that I have on him, it's like, nah, I don't think that'd be a good look. But depending on how deep his acting resume goes and the different roles that he's actually taking on, it may be it. But initially, I'm gonna say, nah, I'm good on Mr. Patterson, correct?
Yeah,
being Batman.
Not good. Patterson, something
Peterson.
Yeah, something whatever his name is. But I'm definitely gonna go with Fiasco. We've known Batman as being like this husky dude now,
right?
Like this, and now wait, before I go into the Batman suit, I think he'll make a dope Bruce Wayne. Dope Bruce Wayne suit, smooth. Have his hair slicked back.
Yeah.
I can see Bruce Wayne. But it's the Batman that gets me.
The Batman that gets me.
So, and I don't know what list they had as to who could play the new Batman. But obviously, he won. Once again, I don't know the list or the people that they kind of was like, nah. And then, I don't even know how they even come up with the winner. You know what? You're the Batman.
Right. What did you do that the runner-up didn't do?
Absolutely. So I'm going to go Fiasco because I definitely don't see this. But once again, just like every Batman besides Adam West and Michael Keaton, prove us wrong.
Christian Bale was dope.
He was dope, but I'm telling you, when he got picked, it's just like, who is this guy? Like, he can't be Batman.
I knew who Christian Bale was. I've seen a couple of his movies. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I wasn't like, when I saw him, the new guy, I was like, nah. So when they mentioned Christian Bale, I was like, oh, all right.
So let me ask this then. Who could they have picked? And you've been like, okay, he looked like a Batman.
Vin Diesel. That's the only one. The only fucking one. He already a fucking superhero on Fast and Furious shit. Why not?
Speaking of that, I got an extra.
Why the fudge not?
I got an extra fresher Fiasco. Speaking of Vin Diesel,
what this nigga do?
Fresher Fiasco. Fast and Furious has replaced Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with John Cena.
What?
You see that?
No.
Yeah.
That nigga petty, dog.
Fresher Fiasco.
It's a fiasco because John Cena is a microscopic image of the franchise that The Rock Dwayne The Rock Johnson is as in terms of films go and acting roles and what he brings to a movie screen. Now, I ain't shitting on John Cena. What he does is fine for what he does, but globally, everybody knows who the fuck The Rock is. Now, also globally, everybody knows what the Fast and Furious franchise is. Now, when you write something in somebody's favor, they always going to look like what they supposed to when you write it. So if they write it to make him look like the man, he going to look like the fucking man, right? Mm-hmm. But when The Rock look like the man, this shit just looks like a million times better when he does it for whatever reason. It's just him. It's just what he brings to the big screen, I suppose. And we all know this is a vendetta that because The Rock hijacked they fucking franchise and got his own spinoff. Right. So we know that's what it is about. You only being spiteful because of that. So that's
a fact. Like, he actually went after another wrestler, and the crazy thing about
he's a wrestler too. Like, come on, bro.
The new Rock movie coming out actually says
Fast and Furious presents
Hobbs and Shaw.
So it's still the studios, y'all still that franchise is still reaping the benefits of that film.
But I get it though, because at the end of the day, this was Tyrese beef. Hobbs and Shaw is coming out this year,
so they paused production.
Right,
the next
Fast and Furious 9 should have been coming out this year. So you actually stopping their checks.
It ain't his fault. That's the only check they getting.
That is well. You know what? Vin Diesel is Groot on Galaxy the Galaxy joint and Avengers.
Yeah, I guess he don't really get no credit for that because it's not actually.
That's
him.
A check though, fam.
It's a check, yeah, but it's not actually him. So you ain't Tony Stark, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go.
You ain't even Falcon.
I'm gonna go Fiasco because I don't see this yet. I don't see it. Is he gonna play the same role as The Rock? Is he gonna play this super bounty hunter who's looking for them?
Basically, army militant guy.
Now, I don't even know if John Cena is what's trash about this, but it's just, okay, 9 movies in, what more can we do? Like, what are you guys going to do now, man?
These niggas going to be flying helicopters underwater and shit, man. Submarines in the sky. All types of shit.
This nigga said flying helicopters underwater.
All types of shit, man. I just don't be believing. None of the shit they do was believable. It's action fucking packed, though. I'll give them that, but...
Fresh or Fiasco. 2 Chainz buys a $500,000 bulletproof tour bus.
It's fresh. I'm gonna go fresh, man. It's a lot of shit happening. You know what I'm saying? You got to be protected. It's like when you live in that type of life that they live, you got to be protecting yourself at all times. You don't ever want to just be caught. You know how many people get caught just chilling in the whip? You know what I'm saying? So I'm with that. I'm all the way with that. Protection. You and your family. Tour, not just the car, but the tour bus. Whole thing secure.
I'm going to go fresh. There's nothing wrong with bulletproof in the ride. Bulletproof in the ride has been the thing forever, fam. If you can afford it, do it.
Yeah,
we've seen.
That's what saved Young Dolph in the CIAA weekend. They shot 100 shots at his whip, but his whole shit was made of Kevlar.
And it's crazy. And the crazy part about it is, man, I can actually just sleep comfortably just traveling across the United States, traveling, touring, knowing that I'm safe because I spent my money well spent on my safety. Mm-hmm. Now we've seen people spend $500,000 on jewelry, on just regular cars. Made out of plastic, right? Made out of plastic. So I'm definitely with this. Spending $500,000 on a bulletproof ride, especially what's been happening lately. You know what I mean? Rappers getting shot up, and you going from you're not in your hood when you on your tour bus. You going from hood to hood, man. Not everybody likes you. Not everybody loves you.
City,
man.
state to state,
right? So
country
it is
to country sometimes.
So I'm gonna go fresh with that.
2 Chainz.
So you got to fuck as you doing?
Yes. Can I please be blessed by the smooth sounds of JJ Icefish, please? Come on and give it to me.
You can as soon as I find out which one it is. And I just did.
Yeah, boy. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Bitch ass nigga. Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you proving? Fuck is you doing? Bitch ass nigga, fuck is you doing? Fuck is you proving? Fuck is you doing? Podcast Brothers, episode 137. 137. This episode's Fuck Is You Doing is dedicated to Janelle Monae. Hey, baby, how you doing? I see you. Janelle Monae recently came out with a statement in light of the abortion laws that have recently been passed in a couple of southern states, and I believe 1 or 2 Midwestern states as well. In light of the law stating that a woman cannot get an abortion after between 4 to 6 weeks of pregnancy, regardless of rape or incest, Janelle Monae made a statement attempting to empower women to, take control of what's going on. She suggested that women stop having sex with men until they respect the vagina. Now, Miss Monae, I would just like to go on record and say, that's fucked up. We ain't do shit. We respect the vagina. Now, when you say men, you should have said the men's wives who passed these laws. Because we on the front lines with you. We on the front lines with you. We ain't with this shit. Hey, you know a bunch of motherfucking niggas ain't with this law. Let's be real about it. Niggas like, what? Man, look, I got to be extra careful now. Extra careful. But penalizing the men that's on the front lines with you, that ain't gonna help nothing because we ain't the ones that's making the laws. They not listening to us either. That ain't gonna help shit. Men stop getting their sex. Shit, women stop getting their sex. Nobody's gonna be fucking happy here. I don't know what the fuck was the end game with that plan or how long you think some shit like that is supposed to stay in effect, but come on. Come on, really? You could have asked for anything else. Why don't you stop having sex with your vagina? You probably already did or whatever, but you stop using your vagina because that's the only one you can control. And also, celebrities, when you're using your voice, that's fine, man, but just be careful in how you choose to use it because you pushing those type of views off, it really doesn't help. Like, there's no benefit into nobody not having sex. Yeah, you might slow down diseases and things like that, which is a great thing, but you're going to raise fucking paranoia and fucking trauma and sexual fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? When you wait too long.
Shit, I don't know.
Some shit. Sexual wait times. You're going to make people very, very frustrated and aggravated. Can you imagine going to work after not getting none like all fucking month? Like, man.
Yeah, that is a thing.
What's that?
I'm saying not being deprived of sex.
Yes, it is a thing. It is a thing. And I would hate for motherfuckers to become even more creepier than what they already are. You think niggas go ham in DMs now? You take away the vag. Whew, I hate to see the levels these niggas go through to get a piece of that. That shit would seriously be bad. Janelle Monae, it's okay if you want to clamp your coochie down, sister. I respect that. That is your choice. That is your right. You get to do that. But please, in light of these abortion laws that the particular white men have come up with and passed and cast it out onto the people in these states, in this country, don't further compound the problem with pushing another agenda in regards to this scenario on the people that isn't going to help the people. We need solutions here, not more goddamn problems. Janelle Monae, please answer my question when I ask you, what the fuck is you doing? What the fuck is you doing?
Wrong button.
Please, answer my question, please. How does that help anyone? Me and my girl relation, we fine. Everything is good. Now because they passed abortion laws, she can't give me none? What the fuck? You think they're going to stop selling it too? What about them?
What about the sex workers?
What about them? I don't think they're going to stop selling that thing. Depending on how much money they make. You trying to shut down personal Snapchats, premiums, you know what I'm saying? Fans only pages.
Yeah,
you asking for a lot.
I don't think she thought this through.
You asked for a lot, man. Come on now.
So yeah, man. Don't forget. Do remember. Visit the website, thebrothersPod.com. Subscribe. Leave your emails for future prizes. We still have the sneaker giveaway coming episode 150.
If I know your email address, I'm automatically signing you up. Fuck that. I'll let your boy.
we'll be celebrating our 3-year anniversary about 2 weeks, man.
Birthdays coming up.
Birthdays, June is a powerful month for the brothers.
Your boy will be in Miami from June 5th to June 11th, I believe, something like that. So, man, if you're going to be in the area during that time, holla at your boy. I would love to get up. My birthday is that Friday. We're going to kick it, live it up, do it big, do it good. You dig?
And with that being said, man, this is episode 137. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify.
Follow the Twitter page, Podcast Brothers. Follow the network, Audio Fam Network. You dig? And me, Fresco Ben Famous. That's BIN Famous on Twitter, and on Instagram is Fresco Fame.
And I'm Flaw 700 on everything.
You dig?
Peace out.